Hello, everyone, and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing good. Oh, yeah, coffee hits the spot. Just about out of the bucky. I think I poured what was left of it in with the Aldi coffee because there wasn't enough left for another. Well, no, I poured it in there a few days ago. I poured what was left in with the other, but I just poured it right on top, and then I've been using it, and it's pretty much gone. The Bucky's is. That's just great coffee. Okay, anyway, today's Monday, November 7th. It's currently at 64 degrees. High today's 72. 60% chance of rain. It rained a little bit overnight. There's little puddles of water out there, which tickles me to death from my garden. 90% humidity right now. Winds 0 mile per hour. Air quality is 56. That's moderate. Today there'll be a Kitty's Corner. I started something new. Now I've only done 2 of them so far. I just do a short, and it's instead of jokes of the day, it's just joke of the day with Kitty. And the first one got 1,000 views, and this one now that I put out, I guess it was day before yesterday now. But anyway, as of this morning, it's got 2.3K. So they're doing pretty good. So I'll probably do one of those like once a week or something. I'm not going to go crazy and do one every day or anything. But while I had everything set up, I just went ahead and did a whole Kitty's Corner, where she tells, usually it averages about 10 or 11 jokes. Is what she tells, and they're funny. Kitty really outdid herself. So check out that today, Kitty's Corner. For dinner, we did go ahead and have the corn dogs, but I decided to fix something, with it that wasn't really hard to fix. I had a Ben's rice, not Uncle Ben's rice. Uh, I don't know. I think it was silly they had to change that name. Really, come on. There's nothing bad about. I don't think. I mean, about Uncle Ben's rice. Everybody got used to seeing the guy's picture on it and everything. That they had on it before, and they just changed everything around. But anyway, I had one of those pre-cooked ones. And it was a garlic and butter, I think, or something like that. I know it was garlic and something. I'm thinking garlic and butter. But anyway, I went ahead and, all you had to do is microwave those. But I cut up a tomato, diced up a tomato, and cut up some red onion and put that on top of it, and then put some of that Herdez avocado hot sauce on the very last. And it was great like that. Really, really good. I like the topping. It's kind of almost like a relish when you put that tomato and onion together, and it just gives it a little like freshness to it, I think. So I might continue to do that because I really like that. They did too. They loved it. And we just had some green beans. So we're out of corn dogs now. But those are good. They're the Bar S corn dogs. They've got a honey batter. They're not as big as they used to be, but they're still good. But you can see that rice, and then it's got the tomatoes and the red onion, and the green stuff is that avocado hot sauce. Of course, I have mustard with my corn dogs. So it actually turned out to be a pretty good meal. I don't mind corn dogs. I wouldn't want them, all the time. Maybe twice a month or something like that. I wouldn't mind having them. Okay, let's see. Tonight, they're wanting Philly steaks and fries. We didn't have any. At least we didn't have any potatoes last night. Thank goodness. And what I want to show. I've got a Top Gun review, the movie Top Gun that came out. I gotta find oops, I hit the wrong one. I've got the, like, what do they call it, the prologue or something like that, or the where they tell the plot of the movie and everything here. We watched it a few days ago. And this is the only thing they had on the when you went to it. I used this down here for I made a thumbnail out of that. Hi, honey.
Hey.
And how did you like Top Gun, Joy?
I loved it.
I know Logan did, and I did. Here's this. Well, it says summaries. After 30 years, Maverick is still pushing the envelope as a top naval aviator, but must confront ghosts of his past when he leads Top Gun's elite graduates on a mission that demands the ultimate sacrifice from those chosen to fly it. Set 30 years after its predecessor, it follows Maverick's return to the United States Navy Strike Fighter Tactics Instructor Program, also known as U.S. Navy Fighter Weapons School Top Gun, where he must confront his past as he trains a group of younger pilots, among them the son of Maverick's deceased best friend, Lieutenant Nick Goose Bradshaw, USN. And doesn't really, it's got another one here, but it doesn't, I'm trying to see if it says anything. Okay, after more than 30 years of service, military awards, medals, and decorations for extraordinary heroism in combat, distinguished U.S. Navy Captain Pete Mitchell, call sign Maverick, finds himself exactly where he belongs, pushing the limits as a top test pilot. Having spent years avoiding promotions after the events of Top Gun, that was 1986? Wow. Maverick must now confront the ugly past and an uncertain future while tasked with training the next generation of elite fighter pilots for a nearly impossible suicide mission. But as the veteran naval aviator prepares the brilliant graduates for the top secret assignment, stretching the rules to the breaking point, Mitchell has to face an equally critical challenge: navigate through an uncomfortable, bitter relationship with a hotshot lieutenant holding a grudge. Can Maverick and his top guns perform a miracle, give the enemy hell, and come back in one piece? And Val Kilmer, y'all know, if y'all know anything about him, I watched a video that he made about himself and what's going on with him, and he, I don't know what is it? Was it throat cancer or something? He's got something happened to his throat, and he can't even hardly talk. And he's in this movie, and he's like the admiral or something like that, and he's just in a very brief. He was so brief that he was in it that I'd gone to the bathroom and came back, and I probably should have had him, put it, rewind it or whatever. But they said, his part had already been on, and so I was like, wow, that wasn't very much, But anyway, I'm glad he got to be in it because he's had a terrible time lately. But it was a very good movie. It'll have you sitting on the edge of your seat in some of these scenes with where they're flying, and dog fights, I guess you'd call them, and the crazy stuff that they can do these days. It's just, I don't see how they even made this movie. But it was. We all thought it was a very good movie. I'd give it a 5 stars out of 5. Yeah, and I would watch it again, even because it's just there's so much going on that sometimes I may have even missed a little bit of things here and there that if you watch it the second time, you could probably tell. So definitely watch the movie. It's really, really good. So that's today's Top Gun review. And now we got, I keep hitting other stuff. Today's Tidbits. let me know if y'all like this, review. And I think it was YC Green from YC Cooks and Bakes. She requested that I do the review for Top Gun. But if there's a big movie like that come out, let me know if y'all like this, and maybe I'll do some more. I used to do a show a lot, and it was when I was it'd been quite well, maybe 2 years ago or something like that. I was doing Mike's movie reviews or something like that. It didn't really take off. Uh, I had it dark kind of in here, and I had a light back there. I had it set up to where it looked kind of like, I don't know. It didn't really look like a theater, but it set the theme for the review. But I can do them on morning coffee break just fine. Uh, if y'all would like them, if you're interested in them. Okay, so today's tidbits: Texas firefighter survives tornado by hiding under Jeep. An EF1 tornado hit Hughes Springs, Texas with 110-mile-per-hour winds Friday night. It caused significant damage to many structures and one injury. I'm glad many people were hurt or anything. When the wind gusts damaged the volunteer fire station, one firefighter, Randy Jones, ran and took cover under a Jeep. He remained there until it passed. Jones said he felt he would not survive the tornado. So that looks, I don't know if that's really at the place or not, but it looks pretty bad. We had some clouds that looked awful the other day, but nothing really happened. They just passed over. Did a meteor spark a fire in a home in California? Remember I showed, I guess it was yesterday maybe, that they had these meteors. Officials are investigating whether a meteor caused a fire that destroyed a home in California on Friday. Dustin Procada, a man who lived in the home, claimed to hear a loud bang before the porch was on fire. The incident happened on the same night as a torrid meteor shower. Also, people reported seeing a bright light in the sky before the fire. Well, that's crazy. I like this picture. I'll probably use this as a thumbnail one day. I just like it. But it says spring-like Sunday brings record temps across New York. Is this supposed to be in New York? Do y'all know? Y'all that live in New York, Kim, let me know. And I think it's I don't know if it's something that's an attraction there or what, but it says it was spring-like Sunday across New York with highs in the mid to upper 70s. Many records were broken on the 8th straight day of above-average temperatures. Central Park recorded 75 degrees, breaking a 73-year-old record set in 1948. With 75 degrees, LaGuardia tied their record high for November 6th. Bridgeport hit 72, while Islip recorded 74. Okay. That's it. That's all I could find this morning on that. Let's see if I can find nice news. I did say today's Monday, November 7th, I hope. If I didn't, I just did. So anyway, let's see. Hi, kitty. You gonna lay down over there? She's been wanting something to eat. She ate every bit of that stuff. I gave her one of those, the Friskies tuna little in tubes. It's got 4 tubes in it. I showed in that haul from Walmart. She is crazy about those, but there's really not much in it at all. Then that other brand that I got the last time we were at Walmart, I forget, it's called Cherub or something like that. It's got more in it, but she didn't seem to care about it as much. But she's been acting so hungry this morning, just staring at me, giving me the old stare down, and I'd already given her some dry food, and just staring. And then she came in here, and I went and got her one of those others because she's out of that little Friskies one, and she ate There's just one teeny little droplet left. I can't believe she ate that. I'm glad. So she's going to lay down underneath the chair here on the bags for the grocery store. Just about have to get the lint roller when you go to the grocery store to get off the bags, because we keep them over here wedged in between the. There's a cabinet back here, if y'all see me always looking at it and stuff, and then the table. It's wedged between like the leg of the table and the cabinet. That's where we keep our bags and stuff, because it's on the way out the door. That way you'll remember them. Nothing worse than getting to Aldi and you forget your bags and then you have to buy some, you know. So anyway, London's first rooftop forest will encourage biodiversity and offer spectacular views. Plans are underway to transform a 1960s London courthouse into a carbon-neutral commercial and community space, featuring what will be one of Europe's largest rooftop forests at 1.4 acres with 125 established trees and over 10,000 plants. I hope it's a sturdy roof. Wow. In 2020, a real estate investment platform, Fabrics, was given the green light to begin development on the 430,000 square foot project, which is called Roots in the Sky. Building will commence in January and is expected to be completed by 2026. Wow, long time. And both the construction and subsequent operation will be entirely electric. The venture challenges the idea of a corporate office as a siloed entity, S-I-L-O-E-D, siloed entity separate from its local community and the natural environment, Fabric's website reads. Inside Wales' century-long wild pony tradition, it's just amazing. Those ponies are cute. Those Welsh. You may associate ponies with petting zoos and children's birthday parties, but in Wales, the animals are central to a centuries-long autumn tradition. Each fall, a herd of 220 wild Cardinal ponies are rounded up for a health check and then released to the surrounding plateau, an area with 7 peaks above 3,000 feet. The ponies play a vital role in the ecosystem, grazing on plants and maintaining the habitat for other wildlife. Gareth Wynne Jones' family has been looking after them for nearly 400 years. Wow, that's a long time. But he never tires of the annual practice. He said everyone, painters, plumbers, electricians, people from the village who came as kids 40 years ago, comes to help. How a coral reef decimated by warming waters bounced back. Well, that's neat. When marine scientists... I'm going to have a drink of coffee. When marine scientist Enric Sala first saw the coral reefs off the Pacific island of Kiribati in 2009, the colors and vibrance reminded him of an impressionist painting. So when he learned that warming waters had wiped out half the reef less than a decade later, he was devastated, per NPR. Sala returned to the area expecting to find devastation, but saw no such thing. Let's see. Yeah, it had been wiped out, half of it. The coral reef was thriving once again, but how had it bounced back? There are 2 main reasons, Sala explained to the outlet. 1, a portion of the reef had survived the temperature rise, and 2, the Kiribati government vowed to protect the area from overfishing, which made it more resilient in the face of climate change. It has an abundance of fish that is off the charts, Sala said, so they were eating all the algae that would smother the dead coral skeletons and makes it impossible for the corals to come back, which is what happens in other places like the Caribbean. He added, it's great to show that protection of biodiversity, protection of marine life can actually provide resilience to global warming. Wow, that's neat. It's good to hear it came back. Okay, quote of the day is from Rick Riordan. I may not be pronouncing that right. Go with what your heart tells you, or you will lose all. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this morning's coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day, and check out Kitty's Corner later on. She'd really appreciate it. Bye, everyone, and God bless.